Hello everyone, I'm Bobtheorc, and welcome to the Lessons of Miyamoto Musashi. And this is going to be episode 11, and we're going to talk about preferences. Musashi says that in all things have no preferences. And there's a little bit of debate over what he meant by this. You know, some people think that you shouldn't be closed-minded, you should be open to new experiences, and I think that's true. But I think we should consider that Musashi was a Buddhist. He was very at peace with himself at all times. And I think that the real takeaway is that you should be at peace in any situation. Having kind of a Zen state of mind, it's mostly an internal thing. And, you know, I think that you can want certain things or prefer certain things, but your preferences are not very important. I think that's the big takeaway. For example, I like sleeping in a nice, warm, comfortable bed, but I've also slept out in the rain before, and that's fine. You know, I was at a school retreat in college. It was sort of a camping trip, and there was a lot of commotion going on in the cabin, and I didn't want to deal with those people, and so I just went outside. It was raining outside, and I took two garbage bags. I put a garbage bag over. I had a sleeping bag. I put a garbage bag to cover my legs, a garbage bag to cover my upper body, and then I put a lawn chair over my head so I wouldn't get rained on my face, and I just went to bed out in the rain. And I was at peace. It didn't matter. And would I have preferred to be in a nice, comfortable hotel room? Sure. But it wasn't really that big of a deal. And I think that's how I've always interpreted this statement. You know, having no preference, because remember, we're translating from the original Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese. But I think that the important thing is to not make a big deal about stuff. You know, to understand that being comfortable and being at peace is mostly an internal thing. You know, if you're at a restaurant, and whether you drink out of a red cup or a blue cup, who cares? It doesn't matter. And I think that's the big takeaway. You should be comfortable in any situation, and don't make a big deal about it. You know, if you're traveling and you're visiting somebody and your host doesn't have great accommodations, no big deal. Just thank them for putting you up for the night. Be respectful, appreciate what you have, and I think that be some of it as well. That you should appreciate the things that happen, appreciate the good things in life. And the world is always changing. And while we may have a certain desired outcome versus another, the world is what it is, and the world changes. And I think we should embrace the adventure and focus on our enlightenment, on gaining wisdom, and being at peace in our surroundings. And if you look at Musashi's life, he was generally very self-contained, and he was generally at peace with the situations that he was in. And so even if you're... And I think that's where he's talking about having no preference. If you're in a good situation, that's great. If you're in a terrible situation that you have to deal with, that's great. You'll deal with it. And having that certain type of resolve, the important thing is following your path, staying true to your purpose, and that's really the only true preference. What happens along your journey is just what happens along the way, and you deal with it and you overcome the problems. So that's the lesson I take from this. So embrace your journey, continue to grow, always move forward, and be at peace with yourself regardless of your situation. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Please share it with your friends, like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. And don't be assholes to each other. There's no reason to be mean. Be nice people. Be good people. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.